Chris, what kind of an opportunity is this for the club, for the players, for everyone?
Yeah, fantastic one. Talk about opportunities, great opportunities, give you a chance to make great memories as well. So not only, of course, what's attached to the game from a financial point of view for the football club, of course, it's talked about heavily. But for me, the opportunity of going back to the Premier League with our football club, and for the players, the opportunity of pitting themselves against players, the best players in the world.
How much are you relishing managing Sheffield United at Wembley?
Yeah, it's going to be a proud moment for, I should imagine, for anybody in my position. My history and connection for the football club to lead the club out at Wembley Stadium, I should imagine in front of close to if not over 80,000 supporters. One of the biggest games in world football, as people talk about. It's a great honour and privilege and responsibility. But I've got to do my job right, and that's the first and foremost, and we're here to win. We talked about it at length. I know you've obviously been here locally as well. Talked about the reset after the Burnley game, which was really important, giving players valuable minutes, resting a few players, resetting physically, but most importantly resetting mentally. And I've been absolutely delighted in terms of the reaction that we've got from the Burnley game. I should imagine the narrative was a negative one, and then you have to pile on all the stuff that everybody locally and possibly nationally talks about our playoff record, but that's not touched us one bit. One single ounce of that has not gone into my thinking or the players' thinking. They're ultra positive, they're focused, they're excited as well, and they're really looking forward to the challenge of going to Wembley and hopefully getting that win that we're all after.
You've managed at this stadium before, you've won here, so what is it like winning at Wembley?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a place for losers, is it? Watching the cup final last weekend, and you saw the contrast between, arguably one of the best teams in the country over the past 10 years against an outsider, and the joy and the elation of Crystal Palace. We've got some connections there with Dean Henderson, obviously. Delighted for Dean, and the disappointment and the pain that Manchester City feel, even though they've won everything that's to be won in European football and domestic football. It hurts, so it's no place to lose, as everybody talks about. A lot of people talk about, it's the best way to go up. I've been consistent with that. I would have rather have gone up automatically, but we were given an opportunity, and we've taken it, and we have another opportunity awaiting us on Saturday afternoon.
Have you been too busy, or have you had 5 minutes to drop Dean Henderson a text?
Yeah, I have actually, yeah, I got one back as well. So delighted for Dean. He was outstanding on the day, and he was a major player in terms of them lifting the trophy, and it was good to see as well. I thought from a neutral's point of view, Newcastle winning in the Carabao Cup and Crystal Palace winning in the FA Cup as well. I think it's good.
Been your message to the players this week, and how have you tried to manage them ahead of this game?
No, I haven't had to manage them at all. They're focused. We're always looking and getting the feel right to the week after 2 great performances, a memorable night at Bramall Lane last Monday. I've got to say, when I look back at that evening, the noise, the energy that the supporters gave us, the feel of it was incredible. One of the best nights I've witnessed as anything regarding as a player, supporter and manager at Bramall Lane. I know that's been said by a lot of people. There's a load of energy around this football club at the moment, and we have to take that into Saturday. But no, we have to get the preparation right. We have to get the detail right. That's really important. As I've said, one of my old favourites, and I imagine the players are a little bit bored of me saying it. I think everybody wants to win. Some want to win more than others, but it's how you prepare for these situations. Physically, we're in a good shape. We've got everybody available, which is fantastic news. They're all knocking on the door. They're all putting their hand up to play, which I'm not surprised about. So physically, we're in a great place from availability point of view. Tactically, we've got to find a way to get the job done, to execute the game plan. Technically, we've got really good players. That's the good thing about it. I've got a real good group of players that can produce big moments, that can keep clean sheets, that can play on the big stage, big occasion. And the mentality has been really consistent. So I'm enjoying watching the players. I'm liking where they're at the moment. There's no guarantees, of course, but I don't think we could have prepared any better, and we're ready.
You've got a lot of options. Do you know your team?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We've worked on that, but I think the way modern football is now, Rob, is the use of your substitutions. We've always been proactive in terms of our substitutions. There's always, a go-to if we're chasing a game or needed to change it up, or if we need to see a game out. I think that's the modern way. Usage of the substitutions got a vital part to play. Just looking at the last 2 games that we've played, the substitutes have had an impact. I was a little bit critical towards sort of the back end of the season in terms of the impact that maybe the substitutes should have made, but now they're really making an impact. So everybody's got a part to play, and everybody had a part to play since the start of the season. So I've not wavered from that. I've not wavered from how we are as a football club. We're an all-in football club. It's not about you. It's about what happens with the group and the team, and the group wins and the group loses. But we're in a good place. We've won 30 games out of 48 this season, so we're a winning football team. We're going for wins. I think 63-64% win ratio this season. So we know how to win, and that has got to be our focus on Saturday. We're going to go for a win and back ourselves.